AITA for not letting my daughter have locks for her room. My 43F daughter Lara, 17F, has been struggling to focus on her studies with her brothers Kyle, 12 meters, and Ryan, 9 meters, constantly disrespecting her privacy. A few days ago, she was yelling for Kyle to come to her room. I asked her what happened. She explained that Kyle flipped all her items upside down. I called Kyle to come and flip everything right side up. Yesterday, Ryan was running into her room and kept stealing her stuff, while she ran to get them back. On the night of the same day, Lara was trying to sleep, when the brothers suddenly barged in and ran through it, resulting in her screaming at them to stay out and close the door while she was sleeping. To give a few examples, today in the morning, her father, 48 meters, told her he didn't like the way she was screaming. She said that she was trying to sleep and her brothers were making all kinds of ruckus. He told her that they are kids and they will learn. She said that they will never learn and the only way for them to learn is to have locks installed for her room. He did not want her to, and they went back and forth on this until she threatened she would move out as soon as she became financially independent, since she wasn't going to wait for them to mature and they should already know to respect her privacy, to which he said to wait to include me in the conversation. I overheard, and when she went to her room, I told her she wasn't going to have locks set up because she already wastes her time without the need for locks and I don't want her to fail. Lara said that they were never going to listen without them, and I told her that I would make sure they wouldn't enter her room. This evening, I heard her shouting for me. We were all in the living room. Her father explained what was going on. Lara said that she was making Kyle tea when he's not allowed to do. She said that she was going to tell on them, and he said that if she promises to not tell, he and Ryan will never go into her room again. She didn't say anything, so they ran upstairs to her room. I told her that she has no right to complain since she always sleeps in Kyle's room after school. Her brothers all agree and Lara calls all of us the worst. None of us are allowed in her room, and leaves. She comes back after a minute and says that she only sleeps in Kyle's room because he never uses it, aside from sleeping at night, and if he was to use it for studying, then she would never go there. Meanwhile, they constantly disturb her, mess with her stuff, and made her unable to sleep just last night. I told her if they ever go into her room, she needs to go to me. Then Kyle starts saying that they had the right to go into her room while she was trying to sleep, because they were playing. Lara yelled at him, then said that she couldn't wait to move out soon so she no longer has to deal with them. She also called me an awful mother for not giving her her bedroom locks. YTA. And what exactly are you doing to stop your sons acting like assholes? They wreck her room, ignore her right to privacy, and barge in when she's sleeping. What exactly have you done to impress on your sons that this behavior is not acceptable? They're old enough to know better, so why don't they? YTA. Parent your children. A 12 and 9-year-old shouldn't be acting like this. Also, have you considered your daughter has trouble concentrating, wasting her time because of your unruly boys that you refuse to discipline? YTA. Y'all let your boys do whatever and blame her for it. Maybe the reason she gets bad grades is because she doesn't get enough sleep and can't concentrate. With boys running all over her room? You did nothing to the boys and even let them tell you, the parent, that they are still going to go in there and disobey you, and you did nothing. YTA. And so is your husband. There would be no need for locks if you disciplined your sons when they invaded her privacy. She's 17 and a woman. She does not need little boys constantly barging into her private space. YTA. A 17-year-old deserves privacy. Why is your inability to keep your younger kids under control her problem? Either get her a lock or parent your sons. Don't expect to have a relationship with her after she gets out. YTA. Control your children. Listen to your daughter. She's a few months away from being a legal adult and doesn't want her young brothers in her room. They are destructive and loud. You may have a daughter that moves out and cuts you off. YTA. I don't hear any parenting in your post. Where are the rules being put down by the parents? Where are the consequences that you've told them they will all receive for violating the rules? Where is the enforcing of the consequences? Sounds like the kids run the house. YTA. And not a very caring mom. Obviously your sons are the favorite and your daughter is just expected to deal with their lack of boundaries and bad behavior. Is she your stepdaughter by any chance? Because it sounds like how you are treating her. Your daughter is 17 and will be legally allowed to leave home very soon, and you and your husband's attitudes is telling her that you don't care. Your boys are 12 and 9, old enough to know right from wrong and respect privacy boundaries. If they don't, that is on you. They should have consequences to their actions and misbehavior. But it doesn't sound like there is, at least for the boys. You make excuses for their behavior. Don't really listen to your daughter and expect her to wait around until they mature. Tell me, how old was your daughter when you taught her boundaries and about privacy? I'm betting younger than 10. For the short time your daughter is still with you, I suggest you allow her locks on the door and tell the boys that if they pound on the door, disturb her when she is sleeping, etc., that there will be punishments involved. A 17-year-old girl should have some privacy from her little brothers, and they shouldn't be allowed to run rampant through her room and use it as a playroom. Don't be surprised if your relationship continues to deteriorate as time goes on because you and your husband treat her like her feelings don't matter, and by extension she doesn't. Only the boys matter. She sees it. She feels it. She will eventually go LC or NC with you because of the hurt you have inflicted on her. This is so much more than a lock on a bedroom door. I am sad you can't see that. Do better while you have the chance. You're running out of time. Why on earth are you allowing your younger children to act like that? Messing with their sister's things and disrupting her study time is bad enough. Running through the room while she's sleeping is even worse. YTA for allowing this bad behavior and for not getting a lock. My parents put a lock on my door when I was 9 to keep my younger siblings out of my private space. Because they respected me enough to not allow my belongings to be destroyed by their children. YTA. Your daughter is trying to explain to you how she is overwhelmed and need her space. Her boundaries are constantly invaded by her younger siblings. She is always on alert because she isn't sure when the kids will jump in. She is trying to find a quiet space for herself. She offered a suggestion and you constantly denied her. Why can't she have a lock for her room? Is it such a big thing? How come her younger siblings are not learning about personal space? They are 9 and 12 years old. The boys are old enough to realize that it is not acceptable to keep walking into people's bedroom. YTA. If you and your husband refuse to discipline your younger kids, at least let Lara have a lock on her door. It sounds like she's miserable. I wouldn't blame her a bit if she cuts all contact once she manages to move out. YTA. Don't act all shocked Pikachu when she makes good on her threat and moves out. She's almost an adult. You should start treating her like one if you want a relationship. You're also allowing your younger kids to behave like feral animals. YTA. Get her a lock. Your daughter is right. Kyle and Ryan will never learn. You know why? Because you're not doing jack shit to teach them. And how are they going to learn if you don't teach them? I can't tell you whether you need to put locks on your daughter's door or not. But you need to step in and do something. Punish your sons if they ever go in her room for anything. At all. Ever. Bright line rule. They are not allowed to go in there for any reason. And if they do, you need to lay the hammer down on them. I'm not going to say you're the A for not putting locks on Lara's door. But YTA certainly for not doing anything to prevent this situation and for not disciplining her. Teaching your sons. YTA. Either secure the door or secure the brothers. Info. Why are you not dealing with your sons disrespecting their sister so much? At 12 and 9 they absolutely know what they're doing. That you continue to let them pick on her. Why? YTA. It's weird that you would not let a Tiange girl have lock on her door. She needs privacy, changing etc. Do you allow locks on her bathroom? Lara, 17F, has been struggling to focus on her studies with her brothers Kyle, 12 meters, and Ryan, 9 meters, constantly disrespecting her privacy. ETA. They constantly disturb her, mess with her stuff, and made her unable to sleep just last night. Massive YTA. Your sons sound like her spoiled little monsters. And she has every right to her privacy. Your husband reprimands her for yelling them? How about the two of you? You know, parenting them? Don't be surprised when she moves out and goes NC with all of you. YTA. Teach your sons some respect. Also, get your daughter some locks for some privacy. YTA. You are the parent. Figure it out. If you can't keep your kids out of your daughter's room, get her a lock. She deserves some privacy. A. This is confusing. B. YTA. I got a lock on my door when I was 12. Teenagers need privacy. And to not have siblings messing with their stuff.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.